your name?
Joyce Morningstar.
And what's the name of your business?
Star Eagle Gardens.
Star Eagle Gardens. And what do you sell?
I sell all kinds of plants, perennials, herbs, dwarf iris, raspberries, lots of different things this year.
And your place is here in Morgan County?
Yes, we're out on Pius Ridge.
Pius Ridge, okay. And you have here, this is really gorgeous here, you have maybe 10 different kinds of soaps.
Yes, and I make them from coconut oil and olive oil is the base, and then you add lye, and then I use herbs from the garden or herbs that I've gathered from the forest, like these jewel weeds, and they all have different medicinal values.
Well, let's go through it, and
okay.
Why don't you give me the highlights here? What? Give me some really good ones.
Okay, these are the two that sell the best. Lavender oatmeal, it's very nice and soothing on the skin. Okay. And the rose is my favorite. It's lovely. It's got rose clay in it, and it's got rose oils, real rose oils, and rose wood and rose geranium. It's really a yummy, yummy soap. It feels good on your body. It's luscious. The patchouli is a favorite because of the old hippies that love to have patchouli soap.
What is patchouli?
It's an herb from India. Yeah, you smell this? This is like the 60s.
Oh yeah.
And lemongrass rosemary is a really refreshing one for summertime. And there's bits of rosemary ground up in here that I grow. And I love this one. It's very nice on a hot, humid day. Peppermint is very cooling. It's like, woo! You know, it's like, you know, Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap, only this is my version of it.
Yeah.
And then the cinnamon spice is actually based on an old recipe that came from Louis XVI or something like that. It was called Windsor, brown Windsor soap. And it's cinnamon and clove and other spices.
What's it used for?
It's antibacterial. It's a natural antibacterial. Plus it smells good. Yeah. And it feels good on the skin too. And then I've got plain soap for people who are allergic to smells and of different kinds. And then there's this woodsy one, forest fir. And it doesn't have anything particular except that it's a nice soap for guys.
Guys like it?
Yeah, they like this one.
All right, and now here's one, jewelweed.
Yeah, the jewelweed is probably one of the best ones that I came up with because it's based on jewelweed, which is an herb that grows in the forest naturally along streams and wetlands, and it's nature's antidote to poison ivy. And so I make an extract of the jewelweed, and you take the plant and you crush it and you cook it for like a half an hour. You simmer it, and the liquid turns bright orange from this green plant. It's pretty cool. And
so you put it on as a preventive or when you get it?
Well, I do it if I think I've been messing around with it, and it stops it immediately because the poison ivy is an acid and it burns the skin. So jewelweed is a base. Any soap is a base, but this jewelweed in particular is base, and so it stops and it counteracts that burn.
What about if it actually starts breaking out?
This works terrific. Like you can see here. It was poison ivy trying to get a grip on me. And I used to get it terrible to the point where I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And so now I don't worry about it anymore, which is great. So I make this soap, and it has ground up jewelweed in it too, besides the extract.
Cool.
And it works really, really well. And you can rub it on there and leave the soap lather on it and wear it that way.
It's really neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Honey Shea.
Yes. Honey Shea is a very mild soap. There's no scent for people who are allergic to scents. It has just the smell of the honey in it and shea butter from Africa. It's very soothing and moisturizing to the skin. And then Sage and Cedar is like a spiritual cleanse. It's based on the Native American like smudge sticks. And so I use sage and cedar from my gardens, and I grind it up in here, plus the oils I use in here.
Wait, where do you get cedar from?
Cedar? It's actually Virginia cedar, which is a juniper.
Okay.
That's the
It's not the cedar tree.
Cedar.
It's not the
It's a cedar tree.
It is.
They call it cedar around here. It's actually a juniper.
Juniper, okay.
Yeah, but that's what I use. And then this is pine, and This one has castor oil in it. It's based on Grandpa's old pine tar soap, if you've ever seen that. And this one is good for eczema, psoriasis, things like that. It's a bit of a harsh soap, but it's deep cleaning if people need that sort of thing. And then this is a healing soap, the comfrey calendula. And this has comfrey root, and it has some comfrey leaf in it. And it also has calendula flowers, which is the same stuff that's in my super salve.
Okay.
And so
What do you use it for?
this one is healing for the skin, cuts, scrapes, wounds, rashes of any kind. It's very soothing. And it has lavender and rosemary scent to it, so it has a nice smell and it feels good on the skin. And just like if I had a rash or something, I'd wash with this, and then I would use the salve on top of it. So,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.